Hello everyone, this is Dr. Santosh. So today we will be talking about a very important topic, that is branch chain amino acid catabolism. Branch chain amino acids are essential amino acids. There are three types of branch chain amino acid: valine, isoleucine and leucine. So these amino acids produce glucose as well as ketone body. And this valine is purely glucosenic amino acid. Isoleucine will produce both glucose and ketone body. We will see how does this amino acid produce glucose and ketone bodies. Leucine is purely ketogenic. So we will answer the question, how does this amino acid produce glucose. Isoleucine produce both glucose and ketone body, and leucine produce only ketone. The catabolism of this all branch chain amino acid occur in skeletal muscle, mitochondria of skeletal muscle. So what will happen during prolonged fasting condition? After 1 day of fasting, the muscle breakdown increases. Because of muscle breakdown, there will be release of branch chain amino acid. And branch chain amino acid catabolism, that is why it occurs in the skeletal muscle. And final product of catabolism of branch chain amino acid will produce glucose and ketone body. And therefore branch chain amino acid supplements can also be used to protect muscle breakdown, because this branch chain amino acid, when it is very important amino acid during prolonged fasting condition for gluconeogenesis. That is why when a person does exercise, what will happen is glycogen storage in the muscle is depleted, and because of that depletion of glycogen storage, muscle catabolism starts. In order to prevent that muscle catabolism, amino acid is supplemented from outside, and that will cause catabolism of this supplemented amino acid, and this is how muscle protein will be prevented from its breakdown. So we will see in catabolic process of leucine, where does this beta hydroxy isovalerate comes, and what enzyme deficiency causes this beta hydroxy isovalerate. In short, you can remember HIV. So hydroxy isovalerate will come during leucine catabolism, and biotin deficiency can also cause beta hydroxy isovalerate. We will see the relation between biotin deficiency and beta hydroxy isovalerate, and we will see the enzyme deficiency also in leucine catabolism. So we will talk as a whole, we will talk about these three questions. So we will answer the amino acid as which amino acid produce what. First question we will answer this, see how this branch chain amino acid will produce energy in muscle, and third question we will see hydroxy isovalerate. Now, as we have already know that amino acid join Krebs cycle, glucogenic amino acid join Krebs cycle for production of glucose, and during prolonged, it happens during prolonged fasting condition, because amino acid feed gluconeogenesis during prolonged fasting condition. Therefore, this catabolism of all amino acid occurs during prolonged fasting condition. And you can see this Krebs cycle seems to be a broken cycle in liver, and this branch chain amino acid valine and isoleucine join Krebs cycle as succinate, because among these three, valine, isoleucine and leucine, two are glucogenic amino acid, valine and isoleucine, and leucine is a purely ketogenic amino acid. Therefore leucine will produce ketone body, valine and isoleucine will produce succinate, and valine and isoleucine join this succinate as join the Krebs cycle as succinate. Now let's talk about the fasting fed cycle. So when you do fasting for a prolonged period, what will happen is the gluconeogenesis is very high from about 1 day to 1 week. Why? Because brain has not yet adjusted to ketone body, and ketone body synthesis also slowly rise after 1 week, and therefore what will happen is body require glucose in large amount. Therefore gluconeogenesis is very high during this period, and therefore the branch chain amino acid catabolism occurs very high during this period. So this is the period where branch chain amino acid catabolism occur from 1 day to 1 week. Now let's talk about the branch chain amino acid catabolism. Actually all three branch chain amino acid catabolism occur in a more or less same way. In at least initial steps are very similar. Initial 4 steps are similar. Now let's see the initial steps, initial two step of this amino acid catabolism. So first step of branch chain amino acid catabolism is transamination, and transamination is caused by an enzyme called branch chain amino acid transaminases. And as we know, all transaminases require vitamin B6 or PLP, pyridoxal phosphate, for transamination reaction. In addition to PLP, it requires alpha ketoglutarate or glutamate for catalyst for transamination reaction. Now isolation, you can see the leucine after it loses its amino group, it transfer this amino group to alpha ketoglutarate. Alpha ketoglutarate will convert into glutamate. Now this leucine will convert into keto acid of leucine. So it is also called ketoleucine, or other famous name is keto isocrotonic. So this is alpha keto isocrotonic acid. I'll write the full name in description box. So this is keto isocrotonic acid. This is keto methyl valeric acid. From isoleucine, what is generated is keto methyl valeric acid. Amino acid lost and keto group comes here. And from valine, what is formed is keto isovalerate acid. Valerate. So we can see the number of carbon in leucine is 6. Number of carbon in isoleucine is also 6. Number of carbon in valine is 5. So it is important to remember the number of carbon in each amino acid. So leucine also has 6, isoleucine has 6, and valine has 5. Just in there is slight difference between leucine and isoleucine. Here the branch and methyl group in leucine is present at the 4th carbon. If you count from here, 1, 2, 3, 4th, and this 5 carbon. So 4th carbon branch chain methyl group is present, where in isoleucine 3rd carbon has this branch chain methyl group. In valine, valine is only 4 carbon straight chain with its one methyl group branch chain is present at the 3rd position. So valine and isoleucine, you can see the position of methyl group is same. After transamination, just look at the reaction. This keto acid is formed. Now second reaction is decarboxylation, oxidative decarboxylation reaction. This oxidative decarboxylation reaction is very similar to that reaction occurs with alpha ketoglutarate. The alpha ketoglutarate, as you can see alpha ketoglutarate converting into succinyl coenzyme A in Krebs cycle. The same type of reaction occurs here also, and the enzyme is also structurally same. This enzyme also has vitamin B1, thiamine, TPP, vitamin B2, FAD, and vitamin B3, NAD. You can see NAD here, and vitamin B3, vitamin B5, and lipoid as coenzyme of this enzyme. So this is a complex. Branching keto acid dehydrogenase is a complex enzyme, and this enzyme causes oxidative decarboxylation. What will happen is one CO2 is released and oxidation happens. So this group will convert into acid. So this is like this KMB, keto methyl valerate, will convert into methyl butyryl coenzyme A, and methyl butyryl coenzyme A has 1 carbon less than this, and this group is oxidized. So this, as we have seen, alpha ketoglutarate is 5 carbon. It is converted into succinyl coenzyme A in Krebs cycle. The same way, this 6 carbon compound is changed into 5 carbon. Here also this 6 carbon compound is changed into 5 carbon. 1 carbon is released as decarboxylation. Now this valeric acid is 5 carbon keto acid. This converts into 4 carbon to acid. So this two reaction is similar and catalyzed by same enzyme. Now let's talk about next two reactions. So we have already talked about two duplets. So first two reaction, first is transamination reaction, second is dehydrogenase, branch in keto acid dehydrogenase reaction, third reaction and fourth reaction. Let's talk about this third reaction and fourth reaction. So after this reaction, this acid, isovaleric acid, methyl butyryl coenzyme, isovateryl coenzyme A, methyl butyryl coenzyme N, isobutyryl coenzyme A, this all acyl coenzyme A will go under oxidation. That is the same oxidation that we see in beta oxidation. So oxidation of beta carbon will happen here. You can see the double bond insertion between alpha carbon here and beta carbon. This alpha carbon and beta carbon will occur here. So double bond insertion between alpha carbon and beta carbon that we see in beta oxidation. So double bond insertion is done by acyl coenzyme A dehydrogenase. All enzymes, there are three enzymes, they fall into the group of acyl coenzyme A dehydrogenase, and acyl coenzyme A dehydrogenase does conversion of FAD to FADH2, removal of reducing equivalent from this molecule and insertion of double bond, as you see in fatty acid also. So after insertion of double bond, what will happen? Second reaction, as you see in fatty acid oxidation. In fatty acid oxidation, let me give you a mnemonics. So what will happen? Fatty acid will go under oxidation, hydration reaction, oxidation, and then thiolysis, OHOT reaction, O-hot reaction. So first oxidation will happen. You can see the oxidation. Oxidation is done by the same group of enzyme, acyl coenzyme A dehydrogenase. So insertion of double bond at alpha, between alpha beta carbon in all acyl coenzyme A here, branch chain acyl coenzyme A, insertion of double bond. Now after that insertion, hydration reaction will happen. So hydration reaction occurs at this double bond. You can see hydration reaction occurs at the double bond. So methyl acrylyl coenzyme A will be, the double bond of methyl acrylyl coenzyme will be broken down and hydroxy group will be inserted. And here also hydroxy group will be inserted. Here also hydroxy group will be inserted like this. So this all amino acid has only one pathway after this. Enol hydrolase, only enol hydrolase will cause. But for leucine, this pathway is major pathway. This is not major pathway. What will happen is, if there is deficiency of enzyme that carry out this pathway, there will be a high increase in this acid called beta hydroxy isovaleric acid, rise in beta hydroxy isovaleric acid, and this rise in beta hydroxy isovaleric acid will signify enzyme deficiency. Here I will talk about the enzyme. So enzyme deficiency or biotin deficiency, when a person consumes raw egg for a prolonged period, in such person there will be high amount of beta hydroxy isovaleric acid. So you can see after hydration reaction, so there will be formation of hydroxy acyl coenzyme, hydroxy methyl butyryl coenzyme, hydroxy isobutyryl coenzyme A. Now after this, what will happen is the similar reaction comparison to, we can compare the reaction that happens in beta oxidation, but what will happen is the reaction of beta oxidation is followed by isoleucine complete. So you can see in isoleucine what will happen is after OH reaction there will be oxidation. You can see oxidation and generation of NADH here, and after oxidation there will be thiolysis and production of one acetyl coenzyme A and production of one propionyl coenzyme A. But what will happen with this leucine and valine is one extra step. You will see one extra step. Let me talk first about leucine. So what will happen in leucine is a very important enzyme comes here. This is called MCC carboxylase, methyl crotonyl coenzyme A carboxylase. What does this do is, this enzyme utilizes biotin to insert carboxyl group at the end, at the fourth carbon. If you count carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth carbon. So this is how the compound resulted because of this reaction is beta methyl glutaconyl coenzyme A, and from methyl crotonyl coenzyme A, beta methyl glutaconyl coenzyme A. This beta methyl glutaconyl coenzyme A will go hydration reaction, same reaction as you see in fatty acid beta oxidation. So this hydration reaction will produce a very important, very known molecule called HMG coenzyme A. So hydroxymethyl coenzyme A is actually parent molecule for ketone body. So in ketone body synthesis also you can see this synthesis of first beta hydroxy methyl coenzyme A will happen, and from this molecule HMG coenzyme A all three ketone body will be formed. So this will produce ketone body. So this is the main pathway of leucine catabolism, and production of HIV is minor pathway. But when this enzyme is deficient, MCC carboxylase is deficient, methyl crotonyl coenzyme A carboxylase is deficient, or biotin is deficient, what will happen is this pathway will not exist, and because of that alternative pathway of synthesis of HIV, hydroxy isovaleric acid will arise, and this will cause increased HIV level in the patient of this enzyme deficiency. This is autosomal recessive disorder. Let's see this reaction of valine. So valine, what will happen is simple reaction between reaction is what will happen. This is coenzyme will be released, and this release of coenzyme will produce hydroxy isobutyric acid. So hydroxy isobutyric acid, now similar way oxidation will happen. It will produce methyl malonate semialdehyde, and methyl malonate semialdehyde after oxidation it will produce propionyl coenzyme A. Oxidative decarboxylation will produce propionyl coenzyme A. This propionyl coenzyme A, you can see here, this propionyl coenzyme A from both of this isoleucine and valine will produce succinate through propionic acid pathway. And from succinate glucose will be formed. So this all up to this, if you can see this, all this reaction, first reaction, this second reaction, third and fourth reaction, this all reaction occurs in the mitochondria, and this reaction occur in mitochondria. After what will happen, after the action of this beta hydroxy isobutyryl coenzyme, this compound is released into blood, and this compound will go into liver, and in liver what will happen, the production of this propionate coenzyme A, propionate and propionyl coenzyme and glucose will happen. Now after up to fourth step, generally reaction will happen in muscle. So you can see this branch chain amino acid, if you can see that it is energy producing amino acid. You can see production of NADH here, you can see production of FADH here, you can see production of NADH here. So there are many production of NADH and FADH. Because of this amino acid catabolism provide energy for muscle after by catabolism, and it also provides glucose or ketone body. So this is how all three branch chain amino acid catabolism occur. So leucine will produce ketone body through hydroxy HMG coenzyme A, and then isoleucine will produce acetyl coenzyme A, propionyl coenzyme A through thiolysis, and valine will ultimately produce propionate, and this is how propionate will convert into succinate, and succinate will convert into glucose. So this is all about branch chain amino acid catabolism. Thank you for watching the video. Do not forget to subscribe the channel, like the video, and press the bell button so that you will get notification. And if you have any question or query, please put the question in the comment box below. Thank you.